You're good? Alrighty. Hello everyone. Welcome to Iowa's Dairy Center. My name is Mariah and thank you for joining us for FarmChat Friday. Today we are going to tour a dairy farm, so I'm going to take you inside of our barn and we're going to see our cows and we're going to see some of our technology. We use robots that milk our cows, so I'll show you guys that. So some housekeeping things before we go in. If you have any questions, please put them in the comments and I'll try to answer them on this live video. If you're watching after the live video begins, I'll be monitoring the comment section for the next couple days so I can answer them in the comments. And be sure to comment where you're viewing from. So, alrighty, follow me. Alright, welcome to our Freestall Barn. This is where all of our cows live. Our milking herd lives in here, so we milk about 200 cows here at Iowa's Dairy Center. About half of them are milked in the parlor and half of them are milked with robots. So the cows on this side of the barn are going to be milked by robots, which we'll see more of later, and the cows on that side are going to be milked in the parlor system. So that's kind of how we keep them separated. So in here, the cows are free to roam around in their pens, and this is where they live. So fun fact, all of the cows in here are girls. In order to produce milk, cows have to be girls. And in order to do so, they also have to have a calf. So a cow will have her first calf at about 2 years old. So all of these cows in here are at least 2 years old.
We can't hear you.
We can't hear me. Okay.
I just got that comment.
Huh. How do I not? Can you guys hear me now? I hope that this works.
I'm waiting for a comment.
Okay. Otherwise we can unplug.
Yeah, just try that.
Yeah. Alrighty. Can you guys hear me now? Hopefully.
Should be able to.
Okay. So, I guess we'll...
Yep.
Oh, okay, good. Alright, then I'll kind of start over. So, my name's Mariah with Iowa's Dairy Center. Our farm here is shown. We're inside of our barn now. We milk about 200 cows. We milk about half of the herd with robots, which we'll see, and then we milk the other half in a traditional parlor. So, this is where all of the cows live inside of our Freestall Barn. Our cows that are milked by robots are on this side, so we'll go explore that and see those cows. And yeah, all of the cows inside the barn are girls. So in order to produce milk, a cow has to be a female, of course. And then in order to do so and to produce milk, she has to have a calf. So all of these cows in here are moms. All the cows are housed in our calf barn and are cared for by us. And these cows in here are kind of like working moms. So follow me. We are going to see what a cow eats. So all of the cows in the barn have their food in front of them. So if you look, they have access to their feed 24 hours a day. So looking at the feed here, this is what they eat, and this is called a total mixed ration, or as farmers call it, a TMR. So it's mixed up fresh every single day for these cows to eat. In here we have things like corn silage. So this is the corn silage. You'll see little bits of crushed corn. So the entire plant is chopped up for the cows to eat. Also in here we have things like hay. So this would be alfalfa hay. And then also I'll do some picking around. We have like a pellet, which gives them their protein. And we feed them cottonseed. This is cottonseed, and that gives them energy. And there's also things like vitamins and minerals mixed up in here that you can't see. So this is super nutritious for the cows.
They're saying go back to the mic.
Say go back to the mic. We'll try this. Sorry for the technical difficulties. We tested it earlier and it worked, so bummed that hopefully this works now. Okay, so we saw what the cows eat. All of our cows here too have names, which is really fun. So this cow right here, if we look at her ear tags, it gives us a lot of information. So this cow's number is 2439. Her name is Glamour. The name above that is Avon, which is her dad's name. And then she was born in May of 2017. So she'll be just 3 years old next month, which is pretty cool. Alrighty, so we will actually go inside the pen now and walk around with the cows, and I'll show you a little bit more about where they live. Okay, so we're in the pen with the cows, and they all of our pens have back scratchers. So this cow right here is using the back scratcher, and when she walks underneath it, it'll start spinning and scratch their backs. So they really enjoy that. The cows are all free to roam around this pen, and the reason that we keep them indoors is because cows love consistency. They love to have a consistent environment. So by keeping them indoors, we can really manage the environment that they're in. So if you look behind you, there's curtains there. Those curtains go up and down depending on what the temperature is outside. So we can let more air in or less air. We can close the curtains like when it's winter time. If you look, I don't know if you can see it, but way down at the other end of the barn, we have fans that'll pull air through. So in the summertime when it gets hot outside, there's a really nice breeze flowing in here over the cow's back. So if you keep following me, over there would be their water. So we have a couple of their water tanks in there. Cows drink up to a bathtub full of water every day. So we clean the water tanks, and they're able to get water and have access to water 24 hours a day. These little brown cows are called Jersey cows, and they're super friendly. We also have some Holsteins in this pen, but this is mostly Jerseys. So follow me. So this is where our cows are resting, and they lay down almost, over half of their day they spend laying down making milk. And so they lay in sand here, which is super soft. I don't know, you can see it pretty well. It's kind of like our cows lay on a beach. It's really soft bluff sand that comes from the local bluffs around here. So the cows really like that. It's kind of like they're laying on a beach all the time. So since our cows are called Jersey, these are Jersey cows, and it's kind of like a beach, we call this the Jersey Shore. So keep following me. The cows are all really relaxed, so we work with these cows often. So the dairy cows tend to be very curious, very calm, and so I'm not really disrupting them too much by being in here. They're used to people. So in the summertime when it gets hot out, we can actually spray water over the cows' backs. So this here is a spigot for the sprinklers, and when it's warm outside, it'll spray water over their back, and it kind of is like, since we can't take our cows to the pool, it's the best thing we can do for them to help keep them cool. All right. So we have another water tank, and then you're getting a view of the robots behind me, our two robots. Over there is a pen with Holstein cows, more Holstein cows. Otherwise, we'll head over to the robots. Where are the calves? Okay, question, where are the calves? We have a separate barn for the calves where they are cared for. And so when a calf is born, we'll end up taking the cow to the parlor to be milked. We'll take the colostrum from that cow, feed the calf, so it gets its immunity that way. And the calves will go to the calf barn where they'll grow up, and then after they have their first calf, they'll be in here with the rest of the herd. Good question, thank you for that. All right, so here's this side view of the robot. I'm actually going to take you inside of our robot room so we can get a closer look at the robot, and I'll explain how that works. So other than that, we'll say goodbye to our cows. Bye, Moo Moo. it here. Okay. All right, so these are our robots that milk our cows. So we have 2 robots here, and each robot milks about 60 cows each. So this robot right here is milking the Jersey cows, and the robot over here is milking our Holstein cows. So the reason that we have our Holsteins separated from our Jersey breed is because of the size difference. The Jersey cows weigh about 500 pounds less than a Holstein would. So that's why we need to keep them in separate robots, is so the robot doesn't have to adjust to the body size of those cattle so much. So the coolest thing I think about having robots is that, you'll want to flip it the other way. They said to, okay. The coolest thing about having robots is that nobody is forcing these cows to come to the robot to be milked. The cows are coming all on their own. Whenever they feel like being milked, they just get up and come straight over to the robot. So when a cow comes to the robot is going to read the cow's collar, and that's how it identifies which cow is in the robot. The cows come to the robot for 2 reasons. One, because they want to be milked. Our Holsteins are giving about 11 gallons of milk a day, and our Jerseys are giving over 7 gallons of milk a day. So you can imagine that milk is pretty heavy in their udders, so they want to relieve themselves. But the main reason our cows are coming to the robot is because we give them a treat. They get a pellet, it's coated in molasses, and it's really sweet. So it's kind of like they get a candy bar when they come. We kind of bribe them a little bit to come be milked. So when a cow comes into the robot is going to read her collar so it knows exactly which cow is in the robot. Our cows can be milked up to 6 times a day in the robot, so that's once every 4 hours. If a cow comes into the robot before it's time for her to be milked, so less than 4 hours since she was last milked, the robot is going to kick her out and she'll have to try again another time. But obviously this cow is milking right now, so she's actually almost finished, but I'll explain a little more after she's finished up, or we can go check out the other robot, the whole process. Question?
Yeah, where does the milk go?
Where does the milk go? So here at Iowa's Dairy Center, we sell our milk to Dairy Farmers of America, which is a cooperative, and our milk actually gets taken up to Minnesota and it's made into Kemp's ice cream. So these cows are producing milk to be made into ice cream. So, alrighty, you can see that the milk is coming out of her teeth. The cow has 4 teeth coming through there, and it's going to go right through the pipes here, through the tubes, and it'll be stored in a bulk tank that cools the milk, and it's picked up by the milk truck once every other day. So every other day, a tanker truck will be here to pick up our milk and bring it up to be made into dairy products. So let's see where we're at with the other one in the process. It takes about 7 or 8 minutes for the cow to milk itself on a robot. A lot of it though varies on how fast the cow is at milking. So there you can see the lasers reflecting off of the cow. It just attached to the teat cup. When a cow first enters the robot, it's going to use these brushes right here, which actually feel kind of like soft toothbrushes, and it's going to clean the cow's teeth. So it'll actually do that twice, and then once it gets the milking unit attached, it'll come back out and it'll spray more disinfectant on it, like it just did as I touched it. Yeah, so there's the cow is milking. The cow is actually standing on a scale, so we can collect the cow's weight every time she comes in. With having robots, you get a lot of data on the cow. One of the data points we collect is the temperature of the cow's milk. So as the cow is milking, it can take the cow's temperature and let's say that the milk coming from the cow is at a higher temperature than it was a couple days ago for that cow, that might tell us that the cow has a fever, and we get that information on the computer, and we can go out into the barn and check on that cow and see if she's feeling okay. So it helps us detect when the cows maybe aren't doing so well. All of that data really helps us manage our cows and help make management decisions to best care for them. So back over to the Holstein robot. Oh, it looks like we just got a new girl in. Okay, but see, she walked right through without being milked. The reason for that is because she was milked less than 4 hours ago. So she was probably just trying to come in and get some pellets. And so she was trying to cheat the system. But the question?
Yeah, how many cows are on the farm?
On the farm, we milk about 200 cows, about half through our robots, half through our parlor. In addition to that, we have all of the young stock, so all the calves and the heifers. And then we also have a beef herd too. So here's this cow. You can see the cows wait in line. They wait their turn to be milked, which is pretty funny. But alrighty, so that's kind of a tour of our robots and of our Freestall Barn. If you have any other questions, please drop them in the comments. Like I said, well, you probably missed it earlier when my mic wasn't working, but I will be monitoring the comments page for the next couple days. So if you have any comment or any questions, feel free to ask them in the comments and I can go through and answer them there for you. So other than that, thank you for joining us. For more information about Iowa's Dairy Center, visit our website at iowadairycenter.com. We offer tours year-round. We're closed right now due to the coronavirus, but once things open back up, I'd be happy to give you a tour of our entire farm where we can see the calves, we can see the beef herd, etc. So other than that, thank you for having me and enjoy your day.